Have you ever felt that
Yeah.
that overwhelm? After a great conference or you read a powerful book or maybe took an insightful class, your notes are jam-packed, your mind's buzzing, and you think, this is it. This is going to change everything. But
Yes.
then, well, those brilliant ideas just sort of sit there. They become, oh, yeah, I thought about doing that.
Oh,
Ugh. If that sounds familiar, well, you've definitely landed in the right place. Welcome to the deep dive. We're your path to being genuinely well-informed, where we take those insights, those notes, and actually turn them into clear, actionable strategies.
yeah. Our goal here is really to cut through all that information overload. We want to pull out the most critical nuggets and show you not just what to do, but maybe why it matters and really how you can put it into practice, like today.
And today, our deep dive, it draws directly from what you might know as episode 2 of the Great by Choice podcast. We're pulling out these incredible insights from, actual coaching calls, classes that have been taught, and meticulous notes gathered from ongoing learning by a real expert in the field. This isn't just about piling up more information. It's about taking those aha
And
moments.
turning them into, okay, I'm going to do that actions. Exactly.
So the core source material for today is this fantastic class presented by Scott Tolar. It's called Winning in a New Market: 10 Ways to Get Known, Get Leads, and Get
And it's
Listings.
just packed with real world, practical, no-nonsense strategies, stuff that works.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive, we're going to unpack these 10 actionable strategies. We'll distill the absolute most important takeaways and really show you how you can, dominate a new market or just significantly expand your share right where you already live. It's all about practical application.
Okay, so let's start with Scott Tolar himself, the expert behind these strategies. Scott's got, what, 18 years in real estate? An incredible amount of experience. And for 14 of those years, he was actually in leadership roles, coaching some of the largest brokerages globally. All while, and this is key, maintaining a super successful referral-based real estate business himself.
Yeah, apparently generating like $150,000 to $200,000 in referral income annually. That's serious consistency.
It really is. And what makes this so potent, I think, isn't just the theory, it's his own recent experience.
Oh yeah, tell us about that. He moved recently.
He did. Just moved back to Austin, Texas, Liberty Hill, specifically after selling his offices down in South Florida. He got back around April 17th, right? And since then, he's already taken 7 listings. 7.
Wow, since April.
Since April.
Yeah.
And he directly credits implementing these exact strategies we're about to discuss. So he's living proof. He's walking the talk.
That's huge. It really grounds everything.
And that leads us right into the core philosophy behind all his advice. He borrows this from John Maxwell. It's not what you do occasionally, it's what you do consistently that matters most.
That should be the motto, huh?
He says it should be your perpetual motto in real estate. It's the bedrock. Everything else builds on that foundation of consistency.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Hmm.
He talks about a 90-day blitz, right? And how that connects to consistency.
Yeah, he frames this whole market entry or growth push as this intensive, focused 90-day blitz. Now, he admits he's kind of an overachiever.
Uh,
He's tackling all 10 strategies himself, but he also has a full-time assistant, which helps. But he stresses you don't need to do all 10. That's not the point.
so what is the point then?
The power comes from choosing maybe 3, maybe 4 strategies that really fit your market, your goals, your personality even, and then executing those with intense, unwavering consistency for that full 90-day period.
So it's focused intensity.
Exactly. That consistency, that's the differentiator. Think about it in any crowded field. Most people try something for a bit, then they just drift off. They give up. This 90-day blitz, it's about applying that consistency principle intensely, building momentum. You establish yourself so firmly that the results start compounding because you're the one still doing it when others have stopped.
That makes so much sense. Okay, so let's dive into the strategies themselves. Strategy number 1 is nail the local narrative.
Right. And this isn't just, knowing the average home price. It's deeper. It's about really understanding the dynamic of your specific community,
Yeah.
your farm area. Are you dealing mostly with young families, empty nesters, retirees?
Yeah.
What's the actual, heartbeat of that specific neighborhood?
Because different people need different messages. Right.
Absolutely. What connects with a retiree looking to downsize is going to totally whiff with a young family searching for the best schools or parks. Scott even provides scripts, which is helpful, especially for new agents or agents new to a particular market.
What kind of scripts?
Well, leveraging your background, maybe saying something like, You may not know me yet, but I'm bringing proven strategies from wherever you have experience that I'm now applying right here, focused 100% on this community.
Mm.
And the example he often uses in his classes is the Glover Agency,
Ah, the big team in Michigan.
the #1 team in Michigan, yeah.
Yeah.
His point is, if these strategies work there, they can work anywhere.
Yeah.
Texas, Florida, wherever you are. It shows you're bringing real expertise. But applying it locally, you're rooted.
Got it. Okay, so that brings us to strategy number 2. Geofarm one micro area aggressively.
Keyword, aggressively. This means picking a specific, manageable area your microfarm. Could be, say, 250 to 500 homes, or it could be larger, like Scott's own example. He's farming a neighborhood of 3,500 homes that's going to build out to 7,500, a mix of new and resale.
And there's a key metric for picking that area, right? Something about turnover.
Yes, absolutely critical. You want an area with at least 5% annual turnover. Ideally, you're looking for 7% to 10%. That's where the opportunity lies. Once you picked your spot, he advocates this quad approach.
Quad approach.
4 things: door knocking, mailing, calling, and circle prospecting around properties, listings, sales, etc. Hit it from all angles.
Okay, and within that, he talks about mail, but not just any mail.
Right. This is where it gets interesting. He makes a big distinction between just, boring mail, generic postcards, and something unique. He asks, look, is it realistic to write 250 or maybe 500 handwritten letters, or at least handwritten envelopes?
Oof, my hand hurts just thinking about it.
Huh? Yeah, yours and mine both. He acknowledges, yes, your hand will ache, but is it worth it? He promises if you send between 250 and 500 handwritten letters into that farm, you'll get at least 1 listing, minimum. And even if you're not, like, the world's best negotiator yet, that single listing could mean anywhere from $3,000 to maybe $17,000 in commission.
Just from handwritten letters. Wow, it feels so old school, but maybe that's the point, cutting through the digital noise.
That's exactly it. He shared this great anecdote. I think it was from a 2015 newspaper cartoon. It showed a guy back in 1995, totally buried under junk mail, like physical mail, but thrilled to see "You've got mail" pop up on his computer screen.
Right, email was exciting then.
Totally. Then it flips to 2015. Same guy, now he's got 20,000 unread emails, totally stressed out by the digital deluge. But he finds one handwritten card in his physical mailbox, and this huge grin just spreads across his face.
I can picture that.
It perfectly illustrates the point, right? In today's world, just absolutely saturated with digital information, that physical, personalized touch, it's powerful. A handwritten card signals effort. It signals genuine care. It makes you stand out. It's memorable because almost no one else is doing it.
Okay, so being memorable, being different, that leads into strategy 3. Go all in on social proof.
Yeah. And this isn't just about asking past clients for testimonials, although that's important. He talks about broadening it, using video intros, maybe quick behind-the-scenes clips like, hey, on my way to a listing appointment, stuff like that. And here's a great tip. What if you haven't sold a home yet? Do you have friends, family? Google doesn't actually require a verified transaction for a review. Anyone can write you a Google review. Or they can give you a video testimonial, or even just an email you can quote and share. Get creative with sourcing proof.
So it's about asking for help, effectively.
Yes. Scott really believes people want to help you succeed, but they often just don't know how. So you need to clearly articulate your goals. Tell people exactly what kind of help you're looking for. And for social media content itself, he boils it down to 3 pillars: post often, post local, and post value.
Okay, post local, post value. Give us some examples of what that looks like.
Sure. Like sharing info about upcoming local VFW events, or maybe compiling a list of all the churches in your farm area doing vacation Bible school, essentially free childcare for families during the summer. That's huge value.
Yeah, that's practical stuff people can actually use.
Exactly. And think about this stat from Glover U he mentioned. It takes, on average, 7 to 12 impressions for someone to actually remember your name. If you're posting valuable local content daily, you're drastically speeding up that recognition process.
Okay, daily posting, local value. Got it. Strategy number 4. Join everything fast and be present.
Right. This doesn't mean you have to, live at Chamber of Commerce meetings or become PTA president overnight. It's about establishing a presence, showing up strategically and consistently. Join the chamber, join the local PTA or PTO. And he shared this really clever tactic they're doing for the next school year.
Oh, yeah.
They're sponsoring teacher lounges at the local elementary and middle schools. For about $500 a month per school, they keep the lounge stocked with snacks and drinks. And in return, the principals are letting them put their branding in the lounge, along with maybe some special offers specifically for the teachers.
That's smart. Building goodwill directly with a key group in the community. What's the catch? Just getting permission.
Pretty much. Finding the right person to talk to and getting the okay.
Yeah.
But it's a win-win once you do. He also really emphasizes joining networking groups, but groups with other business owners, not just a room full of realtors.
Right. Build referral partnerships.
Exactly. And if a good group doesn't exist, he says, create one. Meet once a month, maybe at a local restaurant, get the owner involved too, offer them promotion. And don't forget local Facebook groups. Join them, become friends with the admin, add value consistently, don't just spam. And eventually, you might even be able to negotiate exclusive posting rights, maybe for a small marketing fee.
The key theme seems to be go where people are talking, not just where people are marketing.
Precisely. Avoid what he calls real estate row at community events, where all the agents huddle together and everyone else walks around them. Be where the community actually is, having real conversations.
And related to that, don't be a flyer dropper.
Oh, yeah. Big one. We've all seen it. Maybe even been tempted to the old ding-dong ditch with a flyer. Don't do it. Be a recognized face. Show up.
Yeah.
Is it uncomfortable sometimes? Yes, absolutely. But like Scott says, nobody ever got rich by being comfortable. You got to push that boundary.
So putting it all together for getting noticed, it sounds like it's about strategically weaving yourself into the fabric of the community, even the uncomfortable parts. Sponsoring the lounge, chatting in the Facebook group, actually knocking and talking. It builds real connection.
It builds trust. Authenticity. That's the foundation for everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, strategy 5. Hold a signature local event.
Does this have to be some huge, expensive gala?
Not at all. Scott stresses you don't need a big budget. You just need a reason for people to meet you and connect. He suggests things like drinks in the driveway. Super simple. Once a month, invite neighbors over. They bring their own drinks. Costs you nothing but time, builds community. Or, hey, if your brokerage has one of those rolling margarita machines, margaritas in the driveway.
I like that one. What about open houses?
Open houses are huge, especially now. He playfully calls one idea a sip and see, basically. An open house where you explicitly mention there will be wine. But the absolute must for any open house, wine or not, is aggressively door-knocking every single house around it beforehand. He says if you're holding an open house but not door-knocking around it, you're essentially taking a nap during your prime lead gen time.
And he mentioned something about recent NAR changes, making open houses even more valuable.
Yeah, this is really important. With the new requirements for buyers often needing to sign representation or touring agreements before seeing homes with an agent. The people walking into your open house now, they are likely much more serious buyers. They're not just the casually curious neighbor or another agent sizing up the competition as much. Especially with current interest rates. If someone's actively looking, they mean business. And one other event idea under this strategy, holding workshops like how to price your home in this market.
Wouldn't that just attract for sale by owners, FSBOs?
Maybe, but Scott sees that as a golden opportunity. FSBOs usually already have a price in mind, often based on, well, questionable sources. This event lets you demonstrate your expertise, show them the real data, the proper process, and gently highlight the potential pitfalls and liabilities they face trying to sell it themselves. It's a value demonstration that can lead to a listing.
Clever positioning. Okay, strategy 6 is about scripts. Leverage Glover scripts daily.
Daily. That's the key word again. Practice and role-play these scripts every single day. He specifically recommends pulling up Jeff Glover's listing presentation. It is on the Glover YouTube channel and watching it at least twice a week. Internalize it. And tied to this, he emphasizes you have got to get really damn good at pricing in today's market. Practice is how you do that.
So it's about internalizing the process. And he has a specific script for expired listings too, right? Something pretty bold.
Oh, yeah. For expireds within your specific geo-farm, he says don't just call door knock them. And the script is direct. Something like, hey, I'm your name. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the community. I'm an expert. I see your home didn't sell. Look, I'm not here to just tell you what you want to hear. I'm willing to tell you what you actually need to hear to get your home sold. Are you willing to meet with me?
Wow, that takes guts. Telling people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear.
Exactly. Think about it. 99.9% of agents might call expired once, maybe twice, then give up. Or they just try to flatter them. Showing up in person, being direct, offering the hard truth, but with a path forward. That is a massive differentiator. That's courage.
That definitely stands out. Okay, moving to strategy 7. Get known by local business owners.
And his mantra here, video, video, video. You don't need fancy equipment. Your smartphone is literally all you need. The core idea is simple. Go interview local business owners about what they do, their services.
And who's going to say no to free promotion?
Nobody. Well, Scott jokes that maybe another real estate agent might, calls that therapy, not promotion. But seriously, ask them, hey, can I share this interview on my social media? And if you feel like your database is small, like maybe just 20 people, reframe it. Use your Facebook friends count. Hey, I've got, 800 connections on Facebook. Mind if I share your business info with them?
That's a good hack. And he had another hack involving Google business pages.
Yeah, this one's brilliant. Ask the business owner if you can leave them a video review on their Google business page. Then, using a simple video editing app, just subtly watermark your own name, like Scott Tolar, in the corner of the video. But crucially, lead with praising their business. Don't start with, hi, I'm a real estate agent. Start with, this is honestly one of the best coffee shops in town, or whatever it is. Highlight them first. Then maybe subtly mention how you refer clients there. Your name is visible, their business gets promoted. Win-win.
And make it a true partnership, right?
Yes, asked. Look, if I help promote your business and drive some customers your way, would you be willing to share my info too? Or even better, give them a metric. If I can get 10 people to use this special discount code at your restaurant, would you give me a shout out on your page? Make it measurable.
Love that. Okay, strategy 8. Send a market update that doesn't suck. What makes most market updates suck?
The biggest mistake. Using averages for really diverse areas. Like if your farm has homes ranging from $350,000 all the way up to $1.4 million, telling people the average price is completely meaningless, maybe even misleading.
So what's the alternative?
Segmented data. You have to break it down, separate new construction from resales, then maybe break it down further by square footage ranges or by year built, like what's happening in the 1,500, 2,500 square foot range for homes built before 2020 versus new builds. Get specific. And he actually suggests using AI as an assistant here.
Oh, like ChatGPT?
Yeah, specifically ChatGPT Premium. You can export your MLS data searches as PDFs, upload them, and ask ChatGPT to analyze the trends within those specific segments. It can help you create much more insightful, educated graphics and commentary for your updates. He also recommends doing weekly video market updates. Short, punchy videos showing active, under contract, sold numbers for key categories, always with a clear call to action.
Like message me for a custom analysis.
Yes, exactly. Message me for a no-obligation consultation on your home's specific value in this market. And this actually leads into a really a memorable story he shared. Bonus strategy 8B, maybe. Engaging with community issues.
Oh, this sounds interesting. The infamous Poogate story.
That's the one. So in his own neighborhood, one of the community pools kept getting shut down. Why? Because kids were going in without swim diapers. You can imagine the issue.
Yikes. Okay.
So Scott, drawing on his experience from South Florida, where HOAs are maybe a bit stricter, saw an opportunity. Not just to complain, but to engage. He created a super simple Google form, posted it on the neighborhood Facebook page, basically said, hey, this keeps happening. Should we push for stricter rules? If you agree, fill out this form and let me know if I have permission to contact you about this.
Wow. So using a community frustration point.
Yes. And the results were staggering. In just 24 hours, he collected 272 contacts. First name, last name, email, phone, physical address. All with explicit permission to follow up. Plus, the Facebook thread itself just blew up with engagement. People were passionate about it.
That's incredible. Turning a, frankly, kind of gross problem into a massive contact gathering and community leadership opportunity.
It really raises that point about proactive engagement versus just passive marketing, doesn't it? How can you authentically spot those local issues, rally people, and position yourself as someone who actually cares and takes action, not just someone trying to sell something?
A masterclass in community building right there.
Yeah.
Okay, almost there. Strategy number 9, over-deliver on your first few clients.
This is huge, especially when you're new to a market or trying to build momentum. It's not just about giving good service. It's about consciously turning those first few transactions into powerful marketing content. Get video testimonials, write up case studies, create just sold mailers for the neighborhood featuring that success story. Go all in on making those first 5 clients maybe feel incredibly special.
And he had a really unique closing gift idea involving pets.
Yes, the pet touch. So as part of his client intake or survey, he asks if they have pets and what their names are. Then at closing, one of the gifts is a brand new dog collar with new tags already engraved, featuring the pet's name and the client's new home address.
Oh, that's brilliant. People love their pets like family.
Exactly. It's an emotional connection. It's thoughtful, unexpected, and what happens? Clients often share it all over social media. You will not believe what my amazing real estate agent did. Instant, authentic promotion. He really frames it as your first 5 clients are your marketing budget. Invest heavily in that experience.
And asking for referrals, he has a specific timing for that, not just at closing.
Right, this is key. The best time to prime for referrals isn't just at the closing table when everything's hectic.
Yeah.
It's during the 4 weeks or so after the home goes under contract, but before closing. He has a whole follow-up plan. Week 1, send a congratulations card and maybe a $50 gift card to a nice local restaurant. Then consistently, gently ask for referrals throughout that escrow period. Plant the seed early and often.
Makes sense. Okay, last one. Strategy number 10. Be everywhere for 90 days. Full invasion.
This sounds intense, and it is. It's not a slow burn. It's a concentrated push to show everyone you are serious about this market.
Yeah.
He calls for 30 actual contacts every single day, not just dials, not just door knocks where no one answers 30 real conversations.
30 conversations a day. Wow. How?
Strategic door knocking is part of it. He has a great tip. Trash day evening.
Trash day evening.
Yeah, the night before trash pickup. Why? Because that's when people are often outside, rolling their bins to the curb. Perfect time for a casual walk through the neighborhood, introduce yourself, have a quick chat. He also suggests early evening, generally, for better door-knocking response rates. Plus, dedicate a minimum of 2 solid hours to lead generation every single day. Focus specifically on that target community.
And showing up physically, too.
Yes. Attend at least 1 local event per week that you are not hosting. An HOA meeting, a chamber mixer, a neighborhood block party, maybe even a Bible study, if that's authentic for you. The goal is just to be seen, consistently, participating, not just selling. Be part of the community fabric.
So it's 90 days of intense, visible activity. Then what?
Then you can potentially scale back the intensity a bit, maybe shift some things to weekly instead of daily, but the consistency has to remain. If you start doing video market updates on Mondays, keep doing them every Monday. People start to expect it. Build that rhythm. Scott's promise is pretty powerful. Do these things, really commit for 90 days, and he believes you will thank yourself for the next 9 years because of the business foundation you built.
9 years. That's quite a promise.
It underscores the power of that initial relentless push. And his closing thought really sums it all up.
Wow.
You don't need permission to lead in a new market. You just need a plan, a presence, and a little bit of fire.
The agents who win are not the ones who wait to be discovered. They're the ones who show up relentlessly. I like that.
Me too. That's really the essence of these 10 strategies, isn't it? It's not magic. It's disciplined, consistent, creative, relentless effort. It's about embedding yourself in your community in a way that actually matters.
So the final thought for you listening, maybe the challenge after this deep dive is this. Which one action from these 10, maybe one that feels a little uncomfortable, are you going to commit to implementing? Like in the next 24 hours, what's that single step you can take right now to start differentiating yourself and building that presence Scott talks about?
And hey, if you do want to dive even deeper into the listing side specifically, Scott mentioned his listings mastery class through Glover U. Apparently, you can text the word listing, just LISTING, to the number 55444 for more info on that. Just reinforces that idea of continuous learning.
And continuous application. That's the key.
Absolutely. We really hope this deep dive has given you some concrete, actionable insights and maybe sparked a little bit of that fire to show up relentlessly in your market.
Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.